ABC News for the Riverland and Mallee. Good morning, I'm Celeste Gibson. Farmers in Cadell will soon have to travel to Waikerie or Morgan to transport heavy loads across the River Murray because of concerns about the town's ferry. The Transport Department has told the Mid-Murray Council the current 50-tonne weight limit on the wooden-hulled ferry is not safe. It'll be reduced to 16 tonnes in the next 2 weeks. The wooden-hulled Manham ferry will also have its weight limit cut, but farmers will be able to use the town's other steel-hulled ferry to transport bigger loads. Mid-Murray Mayor Dave Burgess says the state government must commit to replacing the ferries as soon as possible.
Well, if there's any good to come out of this is that we need 3 more ferries above the 2 that are already committed to. We will take this to Murray Mallee LGA and hopefully get them to lobby the state government to make sure the next 3 are locked in to a replacement program and we get this whole program done as quick as we can.
The Transport Minister, Stephen Mulligan, says the older timber-hulled ferries are being replaced over time.
And in fact, we're building 2 steel-hulled ferries to continue replacing the timber-hulled ferries. We've got 14 ferries in the fleet, and once the 2 that are under construction now are completed, we'll have 11 steel-hulled ferries with only 3 timber-hulled ferries to replace.
The embattled Riverland Independent Netball League will continue this season, but in a reduced capacity. East Murray and Blanchetown Swan Reach won't take part after pulling out. League President Jane Evans says while it's disappointing to lose 2 clubs, the league has bounced back from similar positions in the past. She says it's much too early to be considering amalgamations of the remaining teams.
We just don't see it being at that sort of crisis point at the moment. So I'm sure if things kept going downhill, those options would come available and we'd discuss them and see what our options were. But we're quite confident this year we'll go ahead and we'll still have a strong season.
Ms Evans says the details about the number of teams in both A and B grades will be determined at the league's AGM later this month. Tenders to operate the new primary health network across regional South Australia have closed. Last year's federal budget included plans to replace South Australia's 5 Medicare local organisations with 2 larger groups in 2015. The Chief Executive of Country North SA Medicare Local, Kim Hosking, says the successful tenderer should be known by April. He says his organisation was one of 3 to bid.
One was ours, as a community-owned and community-based tender for all of country South Australia. We're aware that there was a tender from a Medicare local in Adelaide that wanted a tender for the country, and another organisation, the Rural Doctors Workforce Agency, also tendered.
Destination Riverland is asking local councils to consider a more generic name for the region's 5 visitor information centres. The centres in Renmark, Berry, Barmera, Loxton and Waikerie are currently named after those towns. But Destination Riverland General Manager Tony Sharley says it wants to rename them as Riverland Visitor Information Centres. He says it'd help to boost the region's profile as a tourism destination rather than promoting individual towns.
What we'd love to see is if the Riverland is our region, and that's the region that we're trying to build our visitor information centres, 5 visitor information centres throughout the region. We're really keen that they are also very proudly, uniting underneath that one brand.
Renmark Paringa Council Chief Executive Tony Sivia says it'll consult with other councils and the local community before a decision is made.
We would like to consult with people that use the centres and also volunteers that work in there. So at this stage it's the first step in seeing that whether it is something that's rolled out across the whole Riverland or not.
South Australia will continue to receive extra River Murray flows in February to benefit the environment. The Environment Department says the state is currently receiving about 9.2 gigalitres of water a day. That's around 2 gigalitres a day more than South Australia's monthly entitlement flow. The department's Jared Eaton says wetter than average conditions last month have ensured more water is available for the environment.
During February, we're expecting that flow of about 9,000 megalitres a day to be maintained. We'll have up to about 60 gigalitres of environmental water being delivered in February, so that's really good news.
To the weather now, a sunny day is forecast across the Riverland and Mallee region today. Winds will be southerly at 15 to 20 kilometres an hour, becoming light in the morning, then becoming southerly at 15 to 25 kilometres an hour in the middle of the day. Renmark is heading for a top of 33 degrees today, 32 in Waikerie, 31 in Lameroo and 30 degrees is forecast for Karoonda. ABC News.